Hi, it's your favorite irrigator, Sean from TriState Water Works. I want to talk to you a little bit about irrigation for landscape plantings and gardens. I'm sitting in front of a beautiful azalea bed in front or behind me here. And issues we find with landscaping is it's always growing, plants are getting bigger, plants die, new ones get planted, it's always being changed. So what's the best way to go about irrigating a landscape planting or a garden? And it can really vary depending on types of gardens. One thing we use is 12-inch pop-up sprays, which I'll show you in a minute, or drip irrigation. I prefer drip irrigation in landscape plantings because, one, it doesn't matter how big the plants get, the drip irrigation is putting water right at the roots, so you don't have to make too many changes to it. Kind of downside of drip irrigation is you do have these tubes running through the bed, and if you're digging in there, they are prone to being hit and cut, but they are real easy to fix. Doing sprays puts out a lot of water, waters the bed quickly, but oftentimes the spray nozzles or the spray pattern gets blocked as a plant grows, and then you end up with big wet spots and dry spots in the bed. So let's take a look here in a minute of some of the different products we use for doing irrigation in landscape planting. So I just ran out to my truck to grab some materials here. Here's the product I like to use for landscape plantings. This is a drip tube, and inside this tube are little emitters. And on this one, they're spaced 12 inches apart. So this comes in long rolls, 250 feet, and we just zigzag out this through the bed. And when the zone comes on, it drips water out of these holes, so it drips very slowly, and the water doesn't run off. It waters the roots very nicely. Another version of that is this 1/4-inch tubing, so that's 1/2 inch. And 1/4-inch tubing also works good for planter beds or small beds. It can't handle as much water, so you can't put as much of this in the landscape bed. But same product, the emitters are a little closer together. I like this for small beds and for window boxes. Now, the old standard for irrigation in landscape plantings used to be the 12-inch pop-up. The 12-inch pop-up gets its name because when the sprinkler system activates, it pops up 12 inches. So this is buried in the ground. This is what pops up, and you can see, the height of these shrubs. Once this would pop up, if you had one in front here, it would just hit the front of the bush, and all the water would just drain down right there, and you could create a big wet spot. If you got low planting like ground cover or annuals, this works great. Nothing wrong with this at all for that situation. But when you got bigger shrubbery and trees, it doesn't work as well. One other option you have is to use a solid tube like this, and this can be run off of your larger drip tube. And with this product, we can put little spray stakes on it, so we could attach a little sprayer like this to it, and this is like a micro spray head, like that 12-inch pop-up, and you put it right at the base of the plant. So some of the different options for landscape watering. The big key is you want to keep all of your plants watered, not just some of them, and you want to make sure you got a nice even application of water.